Okay, here's my current computer. It's a Be Quiet case. I'll put some of the links in the description. But Be Quiet case with an Intel processor. I've got an EVGA radiator in the front here with 144 millimeter fans with a push-pull arrangement. I've got the 280 Super hybrid, and that has a fan in the back here. It only has a single fan because there wasn't enough room for push-pull. I've got some case fans on the top, case fans on the bottom, and then I have a Blu-ray drive up here, and another hard drive going down here. And so the idea is we're going to be replacing the power supply because we need a bigger power supply for the new graphics card. We're replacing the graphics card. We're moving this cooler from here up to here. In fact, let me take the cover off. You can see it better. This has a cover that black thumb screws. Let's take those off. All right, that's easier to see. Okay, yeah, so you can see from here, in fact, I'll get it closer so we can see better. All right, so you can see from here that this top of this radiator is below the pump inlet to the cooler that's on the CPU. So that means that any air that gets in the radiator, because these hoses leak air, slowly over time, from what I've heard from Gamers Nexus, and then any air that's in the system will accumulate here at the highest point. So we're going to move this cooler up to here. Back here. So we're going to move this cooler up here. That way any air will accumulate at the top. We're going to install a new graphics card, which has another big radiator like this. We'll install that at the lowest slot possible, which I think is this one. And then we'll install the tubes so they go down. Actually, so they go up, right? They go up, yeah. So that way, any air in the system, let's see, is that true? I'll have to double check that, whether you want these to go up. I think you want it to go up, but I think they said you want to put the tubes at the bottom. So I'll double check that before I actually install it. So also I've got these 240 millimeter case fans on the bottom. So this case comes with a screwy kind of recessed power supply connection, where the back of the power supply doesn't normally actually stick out the back here, which meant that I couldn't use this other fan. So I built a custom bracket out of aluminum so I could put my power supply up against the back here. So I'm not sure if the new power supply is bigger or not. I'll have to check that. It's 1,000 watts. So let's see, 1,000 watts. So, but I got a titanium, so it should be more efficient. This is only platinum. So we'll see if that all works out. As far as this radiator goes, I may be able to put a second set of fans up on top here. There's a air plenum up on the top here. It's outside the case. I'll try to set this up with a push-pull. This big area here is going to be opened up now because I won't have this hybrid fan here. So there should be enough room for this radiator to fit up here. And we need to put some kind of a fan on the back here, so we'll have to work on that. If you look at the front opens up here. So here's my Blu-ray drive, and this is just an empty slot here. And then it has the screen on the front here to screen out dust. I've got two Noctua fans here, 140 millimeter. So, all right. So we're going to start by powering down, of course, and then we're going to probably work on the power supply first, see if that fits, and see what we can do on that. And we'll start moving this other stuff around. Okay, so I looked up the article from Gamers Nexus about where to install the. So we have this. We're going to have this orientation here. So the card is going to be down here, and then the top of the radiator is going to be up here. So that should be okay. because the air will accumulate up here. It's much higher than this. And of course, this orientation here is how the CPU cooler is going to be. It's going to be up here above it. So it's going to be above it. Yeah. All right, so we're clear on that now. So now we're going to shut it down, start taking it apart, and we'll see how it goes. Before we start taking it apart, though, I'm going to get some of the dust out of here. So I use this DataVac duster, so it blows air in here and it'll scatter the dust everywhere out of the case. Hopefully, this case is pretty good because it has a filter, a full-length filter on the bottom, and that one on the front I showed you. But some dust still gets in here. You can see there's dust right here. So, but to keep the dust from just flying everywhere, I usually turn I don't want to use a vacuum in it because it can generate a lot of static electricity. We don't want that, obviously. So actually, I better shut this down first too. But in any case, we're going to use this blower, and I turn the vacuum on and put it close to the blower, so at least it sucks up some of the dust that's coming out. So. All right, so it's unplugged, turned off, ready to vacuum. All right, so remove the screws on the back here. Saving everything. This is probably a problem because I had to adapt this connection so it wouldn't leave more room for the power supply like I mentioned earlier. So this one's hard to get out because it's not using it specifically as designed. Also, maybe the weight of the power supply is on it. Let's get this one out. It's got the same problem. Okay. So I better disconnect everything in the back here. Hoping to not, I don't really want to replace all these wires, so just gonna hopefully plug in the new ones, except for, of course, for the graphics card. All right, that's the big one. All right, I guess we do have to, this one that goes to the motherboard, we're gonna have to replace that one. Okay, that's an extra job, but it's all right. All right, so this comes out. Yeah. So you can see, I made this custom aluminum bracket here so that this, now it comes out, okay. So that the back of the case would, so that the power supply could go all the way to the back of the case. and not have it offset. So we need to take these nuts off. Actually, I'm going to take these screws off, it looks like. Take these screws off, and then we'll be able to take this bracket out, I think. Did this 4 years ago, so it's been a while. I don't remember exactly how everything is hooked up, so that's my problem there. This was quite an interesting project. I got a piece of aluminum from the store, and I had to cut it so it would fit, and I wouldn't have a fan open on the bottom, so you could get some airflow. So I'm going to have it as small as possible. I made a U-shaped bracket, and then I drilled these holes so it would oops, there's that other screw. Okay. Drill these holes so I could screw it into the thing at the bottom here, which is where the old, there was some other kind, this was the old bracket, so this bracket was supposed to fit in here, and then the power supply would be recessed, and then there was a little short plug that would go out to a back plate that had the power supply on it, or that they had the connection to the, the wall plug and everything. So just kind of, I don't know, I understand the idea behind that design, just waste space in the case, so decided not to use it. All right, so we got this out now. So yeah, so we need to disconnect the old power supply from the CPU. Oh, it's up here, that's right. Yeah, so the old power supply goes up here, so we need to get this out. Plugs into the motherboard. And what else do we got here? So these are all the connections to other things that hopefully we can just plug back in, but we'll have to get this one out. Take off these this twist tie here. Well, when we get done, we'll use some of the new Velcro twist ties that came with the power supply, so that'll be a lot neater, or somewhat neater anyway. All right, so let me get that going, and we'll see how that goes. All right, so we unplug it from the motherboard. Yeah, I probably have to get to the back of the case. I have to get to the back of the case. Oh, this came out. Where did that go? What's this? Is there another? I don't think it was actually hooked to anything. In any case, that's coming out with the. That's going to come out with the old graphics board. So I got this disconnected and it fits in through this thing here. Yeah, I need to get to the back of the case to get that out. So let's flip the computer around, and we'll do that. Here's the back of the case. This side is held in by these captive thumb screws on the back. Let me slide it out like this. There's the back. We're gonna blow this side out too for dust. I'm not gonna put that on the. I'm not going to put that on the tape because it's, you already listened to a bunch of blowing anyway. So I want to reach around the back here and I'm going to push it through. So I like the Be Quiet case has these nice cable handler grommets, so it keeps the cables from getting scratched up in the case. And we've got some more twist ties I used down here. So again, we'll be replacing those with the Velcro ones. Might as well. Okay, so where did this go next? So that should just feed back through. And we can take the old power supply out. So we can look at this connector. Yeah, so we'll look at this connector, make sure we get the same one from the new one. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Post a comment if you have any questions or ideas, and I'll try to respond.
That's all for now, but more videos are coming, and if you want to see them, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification icon if you don't want to miss one. This is Beta Cygni signing out, and keep looking up.